Well, let's see if anybody's up today. I'm not running today, so I'm at home before I go out running, and I see that I can't get the other camera on. I got the wrong camera. I don't know, but this will do for now. It's not. Oh, hi, Priscilla. Hi, Peter. Um, Hi, Martin Matthew. But what I want to cover today, I was going to do this out in front of the Capitol, but I thought I'd do it here because there's so much detail about the new student loans that are going to be forgiven. I mean, millions and millions of people, they say over 10 million people are eligible for these new programs. And it's if you already have a student loan. It's not for signing up for a new student loan. It's how to get your existing student loan forgiven. Man, and it's confusing as hell. I think because I don't have a student loan, I'm not involved in it up to my eyeballs, like a lot of you people probably are. So it is. But you got to look at, if you have a student loan, check that out and check out the rules in the links below, because it's really for people. It was called, let's see, it was called the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. But what public service is really a large population. This population numbers tens of millions of people: federal, state, municipal workers, educators, charity workers, and anyone on the payroll of a nonprofit hospital, and more. So you may have been eligible for this, didn't know, or actually you were eligible for it and never got the money, because that's what they were doing in the past administrations, is screwing everybody over and say, oh no, or the system was screwed up and said you weren't eligible when you were eligible. I mean, it is an absolute mess. uh, because what happens is you could pay very little money for 10 years, and then after paying very small payments for 10 years, get the rest of it forgiven. And even if you didn't start on it, reading about these changes in the New York Times, and I have the article in the link below so that you could find out about it too. And it's just amazing to me what is now available, that people didn't know, or got misinformation. See, that's the other thing. The population. Now, this could open the door to hundreds of thousands of borrowers, including in the public service jobs, who made payments on those loans for years without realizing it didn't count. So you're making payments that you thought would count, and then you go check with them, and they say, "Oh no, that doesn't count," and that's terrible. The second adjustment comes in a repayment area. A variety of payments in the past did not count towards the 120, towards the 10 years, and now will now count after all. So you were making payments that they told you didn't count, but now they are going to count. I mean, it's a mess, but they know it's a mess now, and they're trying to fix it. And that's what and you should go to it's studentaid.gov. And what you want to do is make sure you sign up, log in and create an account. So that way, see, they're trying to do this automatically and just send you notices. So don't worry too much, but you do have to worry about finding out. And if you're getting the notices, and because this is going to end like sometime next year, I forget exactly what the date is, but October 31, 2022. So you have until then to figure all this out. October 21, September, October 21. So that's a year from now, right? So for a year now, you can figure this out. But it is, and all the links I have in the, in the description are there for you to help figure it out. I mean, and all the free links, and tell you through. Here's what they say. And this is New York Times, and this lady in the New York Times has written a lot about this stuff. I think it's a lady for you. Ron, no, it's a guy. So over the years, I've seen him write about student loans a lot. And it says, anytime there's a new benefit or waiver like these, you can ensure that bad actors are going to come along and try to charge people to access it. Don't fall for phishing email or enticing ads online. Okay, never respond to an ad that tells you about this, is really what it boils down to, because the government is not doing that. And the government is the one who's giving you the money and doing everything. So anybody in the middle is just going to get money from you. Like me. Now I'm going to try to get $20 out you to join my club or group or whatever the hell they call it. It doesn't matter. But it's important that you don't respond to anybody who contacts you, because if they contact you and they find you, that means they're going to make money from you, because they have to do marketing to find you. Okay, so if they make money from you, see, the programs that are going to get your thing dismissed or reduced or anything, they're all government programs. They're not giving you the money. They're not doing anything about it. It's the government. And actually, what happens too, when you take your government loan and put it in a private loan, then you're not eligible for these programs. So if they're selling you money, that's even bad. So let's see. First payments. What you should do, should you get a refund automatic? Oh yeah, and they're gonna. If you paid too much, you're gonna get refunds. If you paid too long, you get refunds. Okay, where can I get help in the meantime? Okay, the PSLF. That's the name of the program. Journey has proved lonely, infuriating to so many people. Many of them commiserate on Facebook. So there's a Facebook group on this, the PSLFs. So go to Facebook, because that's people helping people, sort of like my group, the people helping people. And also on Reddit, Reddit. They have a group on this too. So you go to the website you want help. Now, also you want to go to the list I have down in the bottom is the Student Loan Ombudsman. Okay, this is someone the government pays them to help you fight the government. Okay, so if you're all screwed up and don't know what to do, there's a Student Loan Ombudsman that will fight it. The IRS has somebody like that too, that they pay for you to fight the IRS, and they pay these people for you to fight the student loan people. Okay. Also, fedloan.org. They manage most of these loans, and they have an 800 number and an email that you could contact them and see about. Then here's another great nonprofit. It's called the Student Loan Borrower Protection Center. Student Loan Borrower Protection Center. And they're at protectborrowers.org. They're a great service that gives a lot of free help, for all of this. Okay, and then he says, okay, now let me read what they said here, because it's very important what they say at the end of this paragraph. If you haven't heard from the department by February or seen updates on the statements and records that Fed Loan, the entity that services people who are already enrolled in the PSLF, provides, call or send a message to Fed Loan Forgiveness. If that doesn't yield any information, send a note to the department's Ombudsman office and request a review. See, so you could go right. That's something you could do now. Hey, I have a student loan. I don't know what the hell to do. Can someone review my student loan? Okay, and you do that. I have the link in the description for the Ombudsman. So no matter who you are, if you even have not heard about this program, it can't hurt. I know it's going to maybe piss them off, because they're going to do a lot of unwanted work, but that's their job, and it's screwed up. So you have a right to do it. And if it does not work, if that does not work, here's what they do. Contact your senators or congressmen, constituent service representatives, and ask them to intervene on your behalf. Man, Let's Go Help members are getting terrific help like this. Getting money after the SBA wouldn't approve their loan. You see the recent videos. I just did 3 videos on this. So before this video you're watching now, look at the 3 videos. There's 3 people who contacted me yesterday to tell them how they got money by contacting their elected officials. Someone got, I had $700 in there. I said he got didn't have to pay. So to get his driver's license, his parking bills and stuff like that, because they wouldn't let him, get a renewed driver's license. He needed to work, and actually, I found them read the small print. It's really $3,000 of parking bills that he had, and still the elected official finagled and was able to get him the license. Okay, so that was cool. And then another one was denied 7 times for a business grant, and with the same place, apply. Remember what I say? And finally got it. And that's the elected official. So that's why I have your books. They have helped me very well. Have my books. What are books? You couldn't get, I mean, like, I answer questions personally every day, and it makes it economical online on the groups we have, and you start a session, and I just said, okay, here's where to go, here's what to do. Man, I wish I could do the book. All people did is see me scream and shout on TV, buy a book, and they did nothing because they didn't know what the hell to do when they got on the book. See, and that's what's so neat. So I have the specific answers, specific websites for people who have specific questions. Book, I have to have everything. Hey, here's the kitchen sink. It's all in here. And so I think most people bought books at that time that were so big, they just used it as a doorstop. Keep the screen door open in the summers or winter. I don't know, but making that stuff up. But this student loan stuff is crazy. Time. I mean, also, you could if you refinance. I mean, a lot of people do that. For instance, payments people made through the so-called extended payment plans should be eligible now if they are working on a qualified employer. See, and even if you worked for a qualified employer for a little time and didn't, well, that you could fix and do all that stuff. So I think, you don't know. I don't know that this article is big and it tries to lay it out. I would read this article online. It's New York Times, folks. So you get a feeling, because you will know a lot of that jargon because you have a loan a little better than I do. So you read the article, you call who is that? The Fed loan people. So Fed loan, myfedloan.org. Go there, call them, see what they say. Okay. You send to the Ombudsman. Okay. You say, actually, I think you've got to create an account. I think in this article says you really should create an account first. Okay. So go create an account. What exact public service forgiveness loan? So create an account, and that's at studentaid.gov. So make sure you create an account there, because that makes sure that people can see it. The people could help you have to see that information. And that's where I see. My wife has back student loans, and they're telling her that she has to pay them before she can go back to school. What do I do? I'll do all this first, because it depends on the school too. They have to do it. Now, it's student loans, where are the student loans from, and things like that. So you got to get an assessment. What kind of student? I mean, it's a complicated octopus, but you want to fight it. And when in doubt, you call your elected official, because they postpone all these student loans. So I don't know, it's government student loans. So it's too complicated. You have to understand it a little more, to solve the problem correctly. You and I probably can't do that. So you start fishing around. Okay, spend a couple hours on the phone, email or whatever. I mean, there's a big decision. You're not going to be able to, push a button and all the problems go away in life. No, you got to work at it, and then you have to figure out what is there that you could work on it. Nobody really knows until you dig into it. And then as you're working on it, I mean, this is about research. And I was just reassured that today. I was hearing a story about the people who identified the Pandora information, all these hidden tax evasion schemes all over the world, and they identified all these. And he said, well, every time we go out and think that we're looking for something, the research tells you what you should be looking for, not what's in your mind. And that's what I always feel is I've been doing this kind of research for 40, 50 years, and the information talks to you. You have an idea. Okay, let's start looking at this. So you have a problem. Okay, start looking at this. Don't have a preconceived notion about what you should do and what you have to do. Uh, you just have a general problem, and you have to start getting information and research. It's like putting together a puzzle, and so you have to put these puzzles together to find out what's best for you to do. If you're not putting that puzzle together, then you're going to probably make another stupid decision like you did in the first place. And the world will tell you what to do if you explore it. You think, we all live on such stupid information. That is crackpot, most of it. I mean, just because we think it's right, it's not right. or just because we think this is the way the world should be, it's not going to be that way. So that's why we're all running around like crackpots. And the world will tell you what you have to do, but you have to go get the feedback and information to do that. And you don't do that by Googling. Googling is just, oh, what is that? Oh, Googling is just more crackpots who think they know what to do. How can someone claim unemployment back pay? Yes, you have to fight that sucker. You go. I have a video on that, but I don't know if you'll find it easy. If you remember, I could send it to you. But it's basically you go to the unemployment office and say, how do I appeal? Because you guys are screwing me over. Who do I talk to? Don't contact the front. You say, where do I have to talk to someone higher than the front office? And so you find out what they say to do. And then what also you do after that then is contact your elected official. Okay. And you say, hey, they're screwing me over. I need help. Okay. Now, like the guy with all the $30,000 of the parking bills, he went through the whole list. He went through probably 7 or 8 elected officials. That's what you have to do. And if you're not willing to do that, you're really not willing to solve your problem. Thank you so much to make me smile and laugh. Everything a person, God bless today. Well, I don't know if he or she is blessing me or not, but I know one thing: if I'm not having fun, man, life is shitty. It is. Nothing works. Like we're a mess. Nobody's. There's only half the country's making lots of money, and the other half making bupkis. It's hard to get anybody on the phone. So you got to have fun doing it. It's a game, man. Just look at the game, and it's hard to think of it that way because it's your life, and you do take it personal, and you should in a way. But really, hi, bossy ass lady, Shelly, bossy. I need somebody to boss me around. I love to wake up in the morning. Who could boss me around today? I feel life. I just living in the cracks. And there's $1 million cracks all over. You don't have to join the big system and put up with all that stuff, to make a good living. There's so many cracks in the system. You can do it your way. And the crumbs laying on the floor now are $1 million crumbs because the big organizations don't want to fool around with $1 million. They want billions. And that's like, you could do a hustle and make it into $1 million. And just by trying, and particularly, see, to me that's more satisfying because at least you're doing something you want to do every day. Otherwise working for these big organizations, you got to be something you're not, and pretend to be that for 8 hours a day. And I think that eats away at you inside, or it can, And so it's more fun to fail and figure it out. Okay. Hello, Matthew. I applied twice for the emergency broadband internet through my internet provider, and now they are giving me double talk. Your thoughts, please. Yes. Okay. Well, that's a public thing. Call your elected official. Man, if there's nobody at Comcast, whoever they should be doing it. And so who has the power over that? Is your elected official. See, they have the best power over all these programs is elected official. And recognition for Index University Life Insurance. No idea what it is. You're going to die anyway. You have a family or something. I mean, life insurance is a racket. But if people want health insurance could be, but man, you need it, and it's big. So if you really need it or something, I think term is the best. But that's a buy. Everybody says, "Oh, you're going to make a millionaire." You know, invest in yourself and learn how to make your own money. You're giving people money to play with. You want life insurance term. You have people who are going to be hurt when you die. That's to me the best value for money. Best resources to learn about removing student loans. Just told you. Look at all the look at the links in the description here now that I gave. There's 6 links there. Okay, and to find the deals and how to get, the only way you're going to get rid of it is through a public program that's already available. There's bunches of public programs, so you got to learn them. And the links that down here, and the Ombudsman, you want to know the options or whatever, and they're all set there. Best sources to learn. Oh, sorry, I just logged on. That's okay. As long as you didn't log out. Well, maybe that's okay. No, we all have lives, and all our lives are important to us. And that's why you should respect anybody else, what they think is good, even though you don't think it's good. They're struggling and trying as hard, like I am. I make hundreds of mistakes almost every day. I don't do it intentionally, but it is just the way all lives are. I mean, to think anybody is perfect, then they're not human. And then who wants to be with an unhuman? Well, that's what robots are about. So go marry a robot. They're perfect. They know the right answer all the time, right? And that's it. You see, and then working for big companies, they want you to be a robot. As like people work for me, say, I don't care what you say, how you do it. I know you love people. You have our mission in mind, and so you're going to screw up. That's okay. And if I tell you what to say all the time, you're going to be bored of shit, and I don't want that. I want you to be alive and human, and relate to people and their problems, so we could try to help them. And that's the only rule, is try to help people who have problems. And that's what Let's Go Help is all. I know we can't solve every problem. I mean, that's a fantasy dream, and anybody tells you that's stupid. But help you create an atmosphere where you get the help to figure out how to solve your own problem. We really have to solve them ourselves, but to learn tools that maybe help you do this too. And there are so many problems. The average family is getting $20,000-$30,000 a year at least, in government programs. I have no idea where these things are, what they do, whatever. So that's part of the puzzle. The other part of the puzzle is trying to get you not to buy anything that's going to solve the problem, because that somebody just knows you have a problem, and you'll throw money at it, hoping that it'll solve it, and it won't. I mean, we do that as a country. We do that as everything. Resources are better, but how do you take the free things in life? And tell you the truth, if you're throwing money at the problem and you don't have money, if you have money, that's fine. What the hell? You can't lose. You lose money, but you don't care. Okay, if you care about losing money and you don't have money, then you can't throw money at a problem and solve it. There's too many other ways to solve your problems without spending any money. And that's what I'm trying to show. When will the SBA open an EDIL advance for the PPP? There are two different things, Tracy. The PPP is gone. The EDIL advance is still there. People are getting money. And see, people are getting money even though applied 8 months later, and they just complain. They complain, and they get the money. But the PPP is over. That's no matter. You want to know information? I mean, you just go to the SBA website. They have all the information. You can read just as well as I can. There's no magic in life. These hucksters, like me. I mean, we're just trying to maybe make it easier for you. You'll pay us money to make it easier for you. It's there all over. It's not magic. Not the PPP, the PPL. What's that PPL? People? I don't know what PPL is. Oh, people. That's what I thought. Yeah. So there's no people. Oh, 4 people. Oh, I see. Gotcha. See, I'm a dumb shit. Don't believe what I say. But the EDI is still lots of money there, and they got to give it out very quickly. So get in there and apply. And there's every state has money for this. You got to look more than just at the federal government or whatever. No, you got to go to your state level. And there's so many. There's 7 or 8, probably about 10 or 12 offices in every state. Their only job is to help you start a business or expand a business. That's right. Their only job. My job is, is to try to stay in business. Okay. Their job is they already got money. They don't have to get money from you. I got an email for the PPP. Do I do it all over again because I didn't get the full amount? It's over. I think what they're getting you in an email is the forgiveness part. You have to fill out the form of forgiveness. But the PPP and the EDIL, I mean, there's people that are pretty, if you go and get the FAQ for the EDIL, that has the hotline numbers and everything for everybody. And that's to get, this service, but it is gone. So if you can't apply the full amount, they have no more money. Where do you look up programs for helping disabled people at like home repairs? Yes, lots of programs. If you remember, I have a couple of reports that do that. One for all the programs for people with disabilities, for anything, home, education, healthcare, everything. We're doing a state-by-state report on that. But if you remember, I could give you a thing to get going. One from Louisiana, Sandy, to get you started on that. Call CDL students get this too. Can CDL? I don't know what CDL is. California, no idea. But anybody with student loans, you got you're a student, have a student loan, then this is it, because it's the government that did all this stuff. Love your glasses, the lady in, ooh, nice. But get that, look at the truckers. Yes, I mean that's stop it. Oh, that's for getting that. Yeah, that's a student loan. You got to pay for that. You probably could have got that free now, particularly. But yeah, same thing. If you have a student loan, you got to do it. Go and look at the links in the description. Any kind of student loan. If you got $1,000 or $100,000, some people even have more than that. And then there's so many seniors that have student loans that are charging. So you want to find what's available. Read that article if you can. It's a lot of jargon you may not know, but it's okay. You get through and then start looking for help there. And man, even if you go $8,000-$10,000, I mean, that's a lot of money. So if you spend an hour or two on the phone or whatever, I mean, that's nothing. Where are you going to get, even $1,000 to do that for a couple hours? CDL, get this too. Truck. Okay, great. Thanks. Let's see. I miss your infomercial from back in the day. Yeah, so do I. Made a lot of money with that. Let's see. I mean, people got the book and then do nothing. Now, it's not as big financially, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing real work, helping real people one-on-one. And that is more satisfying than getting on national TV and acting like a crazy man so I could sell books. And because people got the book, I feel they didn't do anything. Now I'm really teaching people how to do this. I mean, more and more people we even have a program now that trains you, a training, and it's free. And that's right. Once you spend $20 now with me, you don't have to spend another penny in your life. It's $20 a month, so you got to get out of there when it's not good anymore. But that's it. You get everything I get for $20. And now we have another program that we're doing is training people how to do this research, and you get a log on what you're doing, and the person who gets more entries in the log, we're picking out 2 people every week. So you have a lot every week. We get 2 people. I give them $200 a piece. Every month we're giving out $20,000, of money, either $1,000 or $500, and we're giving that every month now. Well, I think we're in our 5th or 6th months giving that out. Rehabilitation services will help you pay for your CDL classes, all of it. I'm in it right now. Great. See, it may be if you. Right. No, there and go to your career one-stop center if you want to get a CDL. There's a lot of jobs there, I'm sure. And it's all there's a lot of money for that, to getting those certificates and licenses for you get a better job. And don't go to the internet and look. You just get in trouble there. You're going to spend money that you don't have to. So you go for your county career one-stop. Look at all the wrinkles this guy has. Maybe I just got a little facelift. That help? Your county career one stop. That's what you want to do. They have grant money up the waddle, and they're going to have more now with the stimulus package coming for the infrastructure. Infrastructure is going to, that's jobs, that's job training. I mean, it's going to be for the average person. You may not get a stimulus check, but you're going to get a better job. You're going to get trained for a better job for the rest of your life. Yeah, and that's even better than a one-time stimulus check that they get you out of deal, because if you're not doing something that's forward-looking, man, you're going nowhere. You just, you got a bad boat and you just put a plug in it for a while, it's going to sink again. Rehabilitation service. Thank you for, thank you. Da, 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 67, 67. Looking for a home repair for an old man who's a veteran. Okay, another one for home repair. There's a lot of local, most of good home repair are local. A way to find it is you go to, like I say, I have a report that shows you all this and step by step what to do. But if you're not a member, then go to, and particularly you're a veteran, go to your county veteran service office. They help veterans get money for anything. And they apparently are very, very good. I've seen reports and studies that done, but they get more grant money for vets than anybody else in the country. So you want to go there, no matter what it is. You want to start a business or fix up your house or whatever. You want to go there. Okay, and then Goodwill gives out CDC license for free. See, you're right, the lady. Sign up with them, and they do weekends if you work. It just takes longer, but they work with you. See, this is the kind of stuff that's out there. Say one person probably paid $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 for this thing, and here we have 2-3 people already told you how to get it for free. See. And that's why, see, the lady, that's why if you're helping people, that's what I'm doing in Let's Go Help, is people helping people. See, they're helping. I didn't know about that. I'll show you how to maybe find that. But here, she's doing it. So that's why, see, in Let's Go Help, people are helping other people like that. So you remember, that people, see or say, oh, I know where an answer to that. And that to me is the power. If we have thousands of people helping everybody else with what they know about what is free, instead of going on Google and finding out what is free, man, nothing's free on Google because Google wants to make money. So you're going to only see the websites that give Google money. We see that with that the Facebook stuff is all about, right? They don't give a shit. They're killing people. We got to get their eyeball time. Yeah, whatever. I mean, that was stupid to say, but you know what I mean. And that's why. But how do we teach people? I mean, we solve the problem instead of doing a law. Just educate people. Hey, don't do that. That's what I try to do. Is have a website where nobody tells you anything. You get information to solve problems, and every website is free. Every website is free. You find the free ones in Google. You have to get through 3 billion other websites that want to sell you something. So, see, but now the lady, see, why don't you come and help us, please? We need people, like you, that want to share the information, and it comes back to you too. But is it true about? But it's. Preach this. Oh, I believe I've been here for years. I got an MBA in computer science back in the 70s. That's when the computers were bigger than my room here. So I haven't watched that. I mean, an information junkie. I mean, that's why we're Question Mark Sue is all about information. Now I believe in hearts more. Because even if you have the right answers and the right thing, man, if your heart's not in it, it don't mean anything. It's not going to happen. With a personal relationship or with something you want to do in life, everybody can tell you, oh, you make a lot of money on that. But shit, man, if your heart's not into it, first of all, you're going to be bored as hell until you may or may not make money. Second of all, if you find something with your heart in it, you're happy right away. You don't have to wait 5 years for somebody who promises you $1 million. That probably won't going to happen. You're happy today. That's what's, and it's easier to do that now than more than ever before. You don't need money to start a business. People tell you that who are selling you. That's it. Thank you for sharing, the lady. Yeah, see, I can help you, Rosemary. What do you do, Jonathan? Yeah, Jonathan, I think I've seen you around. What do you do? Are you selling? But if you're selling anything, I don't want you here, Jonathan. I see you around a lot, and I think you're selling something because that's how the scam people do. Uh, to Jim Consult. You see, Jim Consultants Company. No, I don't want you selling Jim Consultants Company. Okay, I ain't gonna. That's not for us here. That's not what I'm about. Uh, Sorry to be a prick or a dick or whatever you want to call me. It's fine. But no, I want people to realize that they're free options and you are not a free option. So I'm sure you're legit or whatever. It doesn't matter. Um, go somewhere else, please. Uh, and that's why people are hurting and they're grasping for straws. And so the pretty face that sounds like it could help. It's too easy to go into further debt to try to help, and I just don't want to be involved in any of that. So that's there you are again. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's too bad. I even have people posing as me. They get my meme or whatever it is you call the little picture. It looks like me that I use, and they say they're me, and I'll help you. And then they're going to charge you $2,000 or something like that. I mean, this is sinful in my mind, and the internet creates that. So I just want to try to educate people as much as possible about that kind of stuff that goes on. Who can I contact? How can I start a nonprofit organization? Well, the start a nonprofit organization, start anything. You could go, I mean, if you're a member, I have a report. But if you're not a member, then go here. America's SBDC.org. They help you start anything, and they're all free. Okay, they're professionals that help people start businesses, start nonprofits, or help you start freelancing from home, anything to create money. Real estate investing, everything that's free. Okay. The other thing is what I like is meetup.com. That's where you can find people who are starting nonprofits like you, and they meet for free and share stories and share information. It's sort of like our group. We share information about getting government money and help. So meetups are that way for almost anything. So they're the two. Anybody else? Don't. I mean, it'll sound good. They know how to sound. They spend 24 hours a day thinking what to say that you're going to give them money. That's what marketing is. So what you have to do before you're really going to spend money is learn more about it through all the free sources. Let's go. How do I join your group? God, Mary, about time you ask. I'll send you the check soon. I got two places. Let's go help.com. And if you don't like Facebook, more and more people just don't want to use Facebook, and so they won't join. So I have another place you could join if you don't want to use Facebook, and that's Let's Go Help two dot MN Mighty Network, and then CO. With no Facebook account. Oh, you got to know how to spell Facebook. Oh, great. Thanks, Delaney. Oh, so you're full of good stuff. Delaney, are you a member? Would you be a member to help people like this? And then you could apply for a $1,000 grant. See, every month we've done it like 5 months or more now. We give out $20,000 worth of grants, personal grants to people. There's like $2,500 grants and the 10 $1,000 grants. So that's, and you have really, there's only a couple hundred people that are applying. And I think we had 400 this time or something like that. And we're giving out 30 grants. I mean, you go apply for a grant anywhere, it'll be 1 in a million chance you're going to get it. So they're the two sources, letsgohelp.com and letsgo-help-2.mn.co.com. Just C-O, I-C-O, I-C-O. So who else has a question? Give me a question. Let me help you. How do you do? Goodwill, that's a great thing for job training. Remember, all kinds of job training. And there are two main places to go for free job training. It is your Career One Stop, and then your community college, because they get grants at the community college to do courses for free. And these are short-term things. You don't have to go for 4 years, 2 years, or whatever. 6 months you get something. If you don't have a college degree, then you can start making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. It's better than being, what are you going to make at Amazon now? But they're slave drivers. So it's like, I don't really know, but boy, you got to get that training, and you don't need a degree. And that's the truth. Or start your own hustle, and you start your own hustle by looking part-time jobs. I mean, go to Indeed.com and look for gig economy, or maybe just gig jobs. Somebody see if it's gig, maybe gig.indeed.com. And you see, it's just quick ways to make money. And so it's either Indeed, I just want to join. I'm glad she has that question. Indeed or gig Indeed, and you'll see all job. You could go out and make $100 this afternoon. And that's what actually I signed up. I don't know why, on Postmates. Postmates. I mean, they're like a big publicly held company now. I mean, they're worth billions and billions of dollars, and they just deliver stuff for you. And you don't even have to have a car. You could have a bicycle or walk. And you sign up. I signed up. I'm now a Postmater. So if you guys don't buy any more subscriptions, I'll go deliver Postmates. And I just tried to scam call blocker. It worked. Wonderful, Mo. Nice to see you again. Is everything okay at home there? How's your nice children? Huh? Everything? Am I treating you well? See, I know Mo will leave me if I say something that she doesn't like, won't you, Mo? Let's go. I'm sexy if I don't go to college. Is it 60? But maybe you go to college for free if you're sexy too. 60, sexy, either one. You can probably get a free ride. Yes, no. At the community colleges and the state universities, yes. The first thing to do is make an appointment with somebody at your local community college. Tell them what you want to do, and see what kind of options are there. They all have programs for people, 60 or more, some a little less, some, maybe 62. So it varies, but find out, and, whether you want to get a 2-year, 2-month or whatever, to get a skill so you can get on a better track. Okay. And that's what to do. And the other place is your Career One Stop. It's called the Career One Stop. It's at your county level. So you just put in the name of your county in Google. See, Google. I'm not saying Google is bad. I mean, it is bad. I mean, it's a good thing. Somebody organized all this stuff, but you don't want to give them money. And they know about a lot of programs. Then also the other play, if you go to 211.org and find help.org. These are two public databases for nonprofits and government programs, all the free stuff that's available. Not all of it, but it's a good start. And if you go in there and look for job training, see, then you'll find other nonprofits where you live that specialize maybe in women, senior women who want to get a better job, and they have a program for that, just doing that. It's all free. So that's where you find there. Now, when you use that, and I have a report that shows you how to do this for both of those, you find all the organizations, and the best thing to do is call every one of them, even though they're just for maybe, people or teenagers or anything, but they're in the business of job training. So you want to talk to people in the business of job training. So even if it's not for you, you want to talk to people who are in that business that know will know other possible people that are better for you. So it's people that are important, not Google. It's people who are in that business of doing it because they know all the programs already. You're trying to go in and figure out what the key word the robots are using to tell you about something. You can't. You talk to a human being because they know it better. Then they know it. They could say, "Oh yeah, you're using a robot." Like people in grants, man. Searching for grants to get free money is absolutely wrong because, and particularly from the government, because 90% of the free money the government gives out is not, or 80, I'm sorry. Oh, I did it again, made another mistake. Well, that's 37 today. Let's see how I can. 80% of the free money the government gives out, not even called grants. Yeah. So you're missing it, right? So that's why Google you'll never even buy this stuff. I buy cans and bottles, sometimes free, but sometimes at 5 cents. Return them for 10 cents in Oregon, a couple $100 a month. Wow. You know what a hustle. Yeah, see, that's what the gig economy is about. Go in there and find out the gigs like that. They cost nothing. And see, this is what this country was built on. I mean, people with no education, no nothing, come here and start IBM or whatever. Sears Robot. Yeah, I mean, that's what you go to an underdeveloped country. I mean, I've been around the world a couple of times this year. Not around the world, a couple of places, and you see people just putting two sticks together and making a business. That's what I did a video the other day of a guy selling water on the mall. Okay, yeah, he's making a couple $100 a day buying water at the store and selling it, for $1 and selling it for $4 on the mall because people are hot and want water. And what's his overhead? A wagon. A wagon. That's all he had to invest in, a wagon. That's what business is. Business isn't about the next super app. No, let the billionaires worry about that. Don't forget those people that invest in businesses and everything, they're wrong 80% of the time. So forget that. Business is about customers and giving them what they want. So find a customer and find and testing what works, what doesn't work. Man, it took me, probably 10 years to figure out this new business. I mean, I did well selling books and things like that, but people stopped buying books. I had to figure it out. And it took a long time but I didn't, look for investors. No, I want to figure it out. And it didn't spend a nickel starting this. Wow, couple hundred. Anthem Girl, I see you around more. Okay, can you email me? Let's go. Because that is a wonderful story, boy. See, I mean, Anthem Girl, that to me is what entrepreneuring is. It's putting together. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. I mean, we had phones and we had cameras for what, 100 years? He put them together. It was all there. We had all this stuff before. See, and that's what it is. So you're just wonderful, Anthem. Please. Oh, look, I misspelled my email address. See, you can't trust me. This old guy. Let's go free radio at email. And yeah, I mean, I just make stuff. I don't trust myself running. Physically, I can run, but my mental, I can't think fast enough or react fast enough. I trip. I don't pick up my feet far enough. Sometimes I get late. Aging catches up, but it's great. I'm going out now and I'll walk 6, 7, 8 miles. Right after I talked to you, I was going to do this on the road with you guys, but I wanted to talk about this, the student loan new program that millions of people are now going to be able to get this forgiven. So that's why I need a hi. Where have you been all my life? Oh God. See, life could be fun, but I figured out I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was there. My son was thinking about going to Kalamazoo College there. It's a great little town and university. And I hear you go to college for free if you graduate from a Kalamazoo high school. There are good free money, so to speak, opportunities here. Yes, I would think so. Yes. So let's show people how to make money without money. Okay. And maybe I should give awards out for that. That will give you, $50 for a good idea on how to make money without money. Okay. Lady D. Okay. Who was that? From Oregon. Oh, I know. Anthem. Yeah. Okay. Share that with me. I'll give you $50 because I want to share it with everybody and do that. And that's the way we can help people because they don't realize you can. They're all looking for $1 million to do something, and you don't need that. Maybe you do for certain things, but you don't have to. There's too many other ways to do it. And that's it. I live in Kalamazoo, right there. And that's important that you know about your options in life. The only problem we get screwed, I think, is that we don't know our options, and so we don't know how to find our options. That's why it's to me, it's teaching you research skills that you really need to survive in our society. And research skills is not learning how to use the internet; it's learning how to turn it on, but not how to just search Google. That's just trouble. Now it's like going into a candy store. I mean, going into a supermarket and everything there is candy. It maybe tastes good and everything, but it's going to kill you in the long run. And it's not going to solve your problem. It's not going to keep you healthy. Hello, I paid for your membership. I can't find the website I signed up for. It's in the links everywhere. But here, let's go. Members, here's where to go. Let's go help@gmail.com. Okay. Go there. We'll get you set up. Okay. Matt, for your movement issues, check out Nootropics. Oh, for your movement issues. Is that bowel movement? What are you talking about? I don't know. Everyone I talk to remembers you in those commercials back in the day. That means you're only talking to old people. Talk to young people. They know about the future. See, old people just know about the past. That's what I couldn't get. It took me 10 years to get out of my head. I love to make lasting impression. Always make me smile, even on the worst day. Well, thank you, Anthem. So you're going to email me, Anthem? Please, baby, please. Okay, please. Yeah. Anybody else with a legit your issue with falling down? Oh, right. Yeah. No. All of a sudden, like a year or so ago, I was 3 days in a row. I would fall on my nose, just over silly trips. I don't know, and it's just not worth it. I'll walk. So it takes me longer. But what the hell? It's a nice walk. I mean, to go for a walk for 2 hours or something, that's wonderful. I love it. I love exercising. It's the best to me therapy. It's mental therapy. Dental floss or whatever we call it. Your issue with falling down. Yeah, and that's. Oh, I see right there. Oh, I see. Falling is a brain thing. Yeah, no, that's what I feel. So and it doesn't work as fast, and you lose your balance, but that's fine. I still can do what I feel I'm here to do, and I can do it even if I can't walk or whatever. And that to me is, at least I feel I'm selfish and grateful for having something I could do every day that I love doing, and then you give me wonderful feedback. That's a hug. Every one of those words is like somebody hugging you. And I know it could go in an instant away. People are so fickle, and we live in a fast changing life, and even our own life is so transient here. We're just a speck of dust. And it's so I appreciate every time. So when I was doing a lot of TV and people would come up to me and want to take a picture or something, and I said, yes, I will. I'll stop, because if that will go away anytime now. It'll be, and people won't. I'll just be another speck of dust. So if I could do some of my time to help somebody enjoy their life a little bit better, I have nothing better to do in my life. So thank you for all the kind words that I get in this latest reincarnation or whatever it is. I mean, I'd find a way to feed myself. I'm not worried about that. But because I don't not growing anything anymore. I mean, just, I don't want to leave money to the kids. Well, they're smart. Let them figure it out. And it's just contributing as much as I can before I die. That's all I want to do. I think I'm biased, and maybe it's not true for everybody, but it feels right for me, and I'm going to keep doing it. And it gives me energy. It makes me smile and feel good about life, even when it's shitty as hell. Uh, Love was it took me a long time. And that's one thing I feel about love. I mean, you grow up a guy in the 50s, man, you don't know shit about that. Um, so I got married 3 times, took me 2 failing business to learn, oh shit, this takes as much work as a business. I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to work on that. But now I see, particularly older, I feel I volunteer with the homeless twice a week for the last 2 years. It does help giving back. Absolutely. And maybe, you make ways to start something as you do that. Look, how do you teach homeless people to make $300 a month? You should start a class for homeless on how to make $300 a month. Wow. That's what you're doing. You don't need a degree for this, right? But actually, in getting older, see, I feel that love is the one muscle you could keep growing until you die. All the other muscles, I can't even run anymore. My bones and muscles doing everything, but they're not as good anymore for that. And now, but you're loving people, is you could keep getting better at that forever. And I think that's the way to grow old, because that's something you can work on and get better at. Everything else you probably can't get better at. Look at my mistakes. I can't even type my own goddamn email. But I could love harder, maybe, and work on that. Yeah, and that's great. Paid to drive. Oh, he knew about the CDL. Commercial driver's license, right? That's what hit me. Well, guys, okay, let me go out and exercise so I can stay around longer and feel all your nice warmth that you give me. And I appreciate it very much. And I will never ask you for money more than $20 if you want to join. Let's go help. So anybody who opposes me and is going to ask you for anything more than $20, they're not me. And anybody who opposes, and if you get an email or anything of me asking you for money, unless it's for $20 for the club, ignore it. Or actually, I have reports now for $5. I want to be the $20 guy. Nothing is more than $20. Thank you for your knowledge and help. You always make me smile. Oh, Tina, see, that's a wonderful gift back, and that's hearing that is wonderful. Thank you so much.